to JewelleryMaker's Advent Calendar for 2025. I'm Natalie Patten and today we're going to be opening up door number 23. So behind door number 23 is a gorgeous strand of A-grade Mozambique Amazonite rounds. There's about, it's a 20 centimetre strand, so there's more than enough to make a beautiful wire bracelet, which is what I'm going to show you today. And they are 6mm in size. So in terms of materials, what we're going to need is I'm going to be using some 0.4mm weaving wire, but we're not going to be weaving with this. We're going to be making a beautiful twist to add that delicate decoration around the bracelet. I'm also going to be using some base wire. I'm using a 1mm strand, which is an 18 gauge, or you can use a 0.8. It doesn't matter, they're fairly interchangeable as long as your beautiful beads fit onto that wire. These gorgeous Amazonite rounds do have quite a nice, large, generous drill hole in them, so they'll fit onto the 1mm wire. In terms of tools, I'm going to be using some nylon coated wire straighteners. I always like to straighten out my wire before I begin to keep my form really nice. I'm going to be using some chain nose pliers. You can use some tweezer nose pliers as well if you'd like, and some round nose pliers just to turn a little loop. If you want to, you can also use a wire twisting tool. I'm just going to use my fingers and my round nose pliers to show you how you can do that by hand. So to begin, I'm going to take a length of my 1mm or my 0.8mm wire, and I'm going to probably cut just over the size that I want for a bracelet. Now bear in mind, by the time we turn our loops on this, that's going to take a little bit of the wire length as well, but we can add a adjustable chain, we can add jump rings and a clasp, and that's going to give you a little bit of additional length as well. So to start off, I'm just going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to turn a little loop on my 1mm wire. Now I have straightened this already with the nylon coated pliers. If you want to, you can use your bail step making pliers with this as well, and that will make sure that your loop is exactly the same on each end. So if you're using the bail step making pliers, I would choose which size loop I want to make, and I'm just going to give it a little turn all the way around into a P shape and then back again just to straighten up. So I've got a nice loop there at the end. If you're using the round nose pliers, your plier jaws will taper at the end. So if you want a wider, bigger loop, move towards the handle of the pliers. If you want to harden that, you can also hammer with a little block, or you can just take your flat nose pliers or chain nose pliers and give that a little press, and that will harden that loop as well for you. You can use any wire you want. I'm using a silver plated wire, you could use a copper wire, you could use a sterling, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Now to twist my wire, I'm going to take a length of the 0.4. Now what we want is either two lengths of at least 50 centimetres, or you can take one long length of 100 centimetres and fold that in half. That's what I'm going to do. I'll use a smaller section here just to show you. But to find the middle, I will bring my two ends of the wire up together. So if you can imagine, this is one long length of wire. And I'm just going to grip that in the centre with the round nose pliers. I only need a small loop, and I'm going to cross those over. So I'm swapping it over into my less dominant hand, and I'm going to cross those wires over each other, and then with my finger and my thumb I'm just going to start to twist. Now as I twist those ends together, I tend to kind of pull gently and move the wire, so I'm moving my thumb and my finger along the twist just to keep that twist nice and even. When I get to quite a long point, I suppose, in my twist, I can always just take them off the round nose pliers, and I can hold that down with the chain nose pliers at whatever point and just keep twisting. So I'm going to twist a long length of this together, preferably so it's going to complete the full size of the bracelet that I'm after. Once I've twisted those wires together, I'll go along with either my chain nose or my nylon coated pliers and just compress that twist just to make it nice and neat. So I should end up with something like this, which is nice and evenly twisted. Then what I need to do is just cut off the little loops at the end with my wire cutters and just make those two ends nice and flush. And then I'm going to bring up those two ends together, again, just to find the center of my twisted wire. Now I'm not going to make a very large bracelet with this because I think it might be nice with an extendable chain. So I'm going to probably have enough there for the demonstration. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wire with the loop at the top, my based wire, and I'm going to just wrap around just once the center point of my twisted wire here. So that twisted wire is now just going to sit underneath that loop of the base wire, and just run that out with your fingers like so. And now I can start adding on my beautiful Amazonite rounds. So I'm going to take my first bead and slide that on to the base wire so it sits underneath the twisted wire here. I'm going to take the twisted wire from the bottom and I'm just holding it in place underneath my thumb and my finger, and I'm going to bring the wire around that bead behind the back of the base wire and down. Only going to wrap over like so. Then I'm going to take my next bead and I'm going to slide that onto the base wire, and now the top twisted wire is going to come across the top and behind the back of the base wire, so it's going to be catching two of the beads. And then I'm just going to keep adding on my beads until I've got the length. So the bottom wire is now going to capture around two of those beads around the base wire and folding over the back. So we're getting to create this very pretty twisted design. Next bead, sliding on to the base wire, and now the top wire is going to come over that next bead that we've placed on, around the front of the base wire and up around the back. So the beads, each time I'm adding them, I'm just adding one at a time, and the beads are just going to go on to that base wire. Bringing the bottom wire over the top, around the beads, and around the back of the base wire. So just keep continuing until you have the length that you want to. You can, if you want as well, take your pliers, and at this point you can flatten the wire down in between the beads, but I tend to do that towards the end. So each time I bring a wire over, it captures two beads. I'm not pulling too hard on the wire, I'm just placing it into position. Sliding my next bead on. Bottom wire coming up and over. And then adding on the next bead for the twisted wire from the top to then frame those next two beads and placing it around the back. I think a silver coloured wire looks particularly lovely with this Mozambique Amazonite. They're very pretty rounds, and you've got plenty on your strand that you'll be able to make multiple things up, and a lot of gorgeous jewellery. And you can use this technique if you wanted to make earrings or a pendant. Just twisted those 2 pieces of wire together of the 0.4 just to add that extra little bit of sparkle. So I'm straightening the wire out with my fingers, just so as I curve that around the bead, it's just going to add that extra sparkle to it. So pushing down that last bead that we've put on, just adding beads one at a time, and the wire will then capture 2 as it goes. Bringing the wire from the top around the back of the wire, just once to hold those beads in place and to frame it. Adding on the next bead, bringing the wire from the bottom this time, just gently around so it's going over the top of the base wire and behind the base wire. I'm not being too forceful, I'm just placing it into position to frame those beads. Bringing around the top and around to the back and on with the next bead. It's a nice, straightforward, simple little bracelet, but absolutely gorgeous effect. Very excited to see what's behind door number 23 today. They're fantastic A-grade Mozambique Amazonite, absolutely beautiful little rounds. So you're just pinching that wire around just to flatten to the base wire, and I'll keep doing that until I've got the length that I'm wanting for my bracelet. If you want to add a little extender chain onto this at the end, you can make your own with some jump rings, or you can add maybe like a little slider clasp onto that. And then if you are gifting this to somebody, you don't have to worry too much about you know, the size that you're working with. You can make that a little bit adjustable. So just alternating from the top to the bottom, sliding on my beads, bringing the top one round, and then the bottom wire. So I'm going to leave that there. When I've got my last bead in place, I'm going to bring that wire around the top and just once all the way around to lock into place. I'm then going to come in with my wire cutters and trim off any excess wire from that twisted strand, and then tuck it in any ends with my pliers just to make sure there's no sharp edges. Bring that last tail end up and around the base wire as before. Just once will be enough to secure it in place. So you can see I've got one bead kind of captured here and then one bead captured there. So I've got that nice uniform shape within my bracelet. I've got symmetry at both ends. Cutting off any excess wire, and with my pliers just tucking in to secure. Now again, what you can do here is you can just gently press between the beads, making sure that we're not pressing against the bead, but just the wire that runs in between them. Or you can flatten it with your fingers. We just want to make sure all those twists are nice and in place. So just position the wire how you want it. And then I'm going to turn another loop on the other end of my bracelet. So again, I'm going to just check this loop as the position I want it in. It's facing up forward, and I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. So I'm going to bend my wire horizontally, and then I'm going to cut off, leaving about 1 centimetre, just enough to turn a loop on the opposite side, so it's kind of a similar size. So I'm going to come in and cut off probably about 1 centimetre from that bend. Always hold on to the wire that you're cutting off, just to make sure it doesn't fire away. And then I'm going to use the bail step pliers again with the same loop on my round nose pliers. I'm going to make sure that that's nice and flush in between, so I tend to run my finger on it just to make sure there's nothing sticking out. If I have a little bit of the wire sticking out behind the plier, that part won't turn. So nice and flush, give it a little twist, and then I'm just going to reposition my hand to turn that all the way round, so I've got matching loops. Again, if you need to, just straighten out those twisted wires in between the beads very gently, just to position. And then I have the length of the bracelet I'm after. Now I'm going to start to shape it. You can use a bracelet mandrel for this, or if you've got something round or cylindrical, you can shape it that way. Bear in mind that your wrist isn't fully round, it is more oval shaped. If you are shaping with your fingers, then I'm going to just start gently from the middle of the bracelet and start to bring that round so the ends kind of meet. If you've done the full length, then of course you want those two ends of the bracelet to kind of be almost touching before you add on your clasp. I'm going to add a little extender chain onto mine. So all I would need to do is take my jump rings or the extender chain that I'm using. Maybe you want to use a little lobster clasp. And I'm just going to attach my findings onto the end. So to do so, I'm going to take 2 pairs of pliers or a jump ring opener, and I'm going to just give it a little twist towards me. Now when we open a jump ring, we want to open it towards us or away from us. We don't want to open it out. If we open it out, we distort that perfectly circular ring, and that affects the integrity and the strength of it. So I'm just opening a tiny little bit and then back to close, give it a little wiggle just to make it aligned. And then again with the other jump ring on the other side, I'm going to give it a little open, little twist towards me and slide that on. And of course you can either slide your clasp on directly to that and then close it up, and then you would close your bracelet by attaching those together. Or of course, if you want to add a slider clasp or an extender chain, you can absolutely do that. So these are the very pretty twisted bracelets that I've got in my door number 23 of the JewelleryMaker Advent Calendar for 2025 with the gorgeous A-grade Mozambique Amazonite rounds. And as you can see, I've got plenty left over. I think there's about 35 beads on each strand, but you've got a 20 centimetre strand of beautiful round size 6mm gemstone beads there for you to do a whole lot of beautiful jewellery. So I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the new year. Take care.